For decades, farmers in Niger had no legal rights to the trees on their land. The government held those rights. Farmers could be fined for simply pruning branches. Unable to benefit from the trees and needing to feed their families, farmers illegally cleared the trees to plant crops. But when droughts struck, the unprotected soil eroded. Crop yields fell and hunger grew. In what is now Namibia, the apartheid government made wildlife private property of mostly white landowners. Local people were moved off their lands, and their traditional hunting was disrupted. Poaching increased, even as big game hunters claimed their trophies. Poverty worsened, and wildlife populations plummeted. Across African countries, the same story repeats itself time and time again. Even if local people hold the rights to use the land, they often have few or no legal rights to the forests or the wildlife on it, or the mineral and petroleum wealth below the ground. Governments own and can grant rights to many natural resources. When private companies are granted these rights, they gain authority to enter onto land and use it for natural extraction, often regardless of people's traditional claims or legal rights to the land. People can be displaced, their livelihoods restricted. But legal and institutional reforms that secure local people's rights to natural resources can protect communities, create employment, and encourage sustainable resource management. Development initiatives that uphold these rights can benefit communities and entire nations long into the future. And that's what is happening in Niger and Namibia. After farmers in Niger received secure rights to benefit from trees in 1993, they nurtured underground forests of roots and tree stumps. With government and NGO support, they revitalized 5 million hectares of barren land, increased production of crops, fodder, and fuel, and benefited 4 million people. In 1996, the independent government of Namibia empowered local people with rights to wildlife. By 2010, communities had formed 59 wildlife conservancies, which generated $45 million from tourism and other activities. Hundreds of thousands of people have benefited, and wildlife populations are coming back. But such successes are still rare, and other efforts to secure local people's natural resource rights have fallen short. FOLA has collected experiences that show both problems and progress on the road to secure rights. We welcome your comments and questions and invite you to share your insights. How can natural resource rights be strengthened? And what role can development play?